coffee.
All right, we're live.
I'll give them a thumbs up. They won't know it.
Don't
We got
forget.
a minute and 10 seconds.
Don't forget your number.
Fantastic
for this.
show. Other than
Don't forget,
the sound
you gotta turn
equipment,
this
I'm
on.
not sure how you got blamed for the sound equipment. That sounds kind of
That's
sad.
not your
Yeah.
fault.
That's how we lost the Flow contract last
Yeah, we
year.
got 55.
Flow blamed me for the sound system. The guy told me I was a poor promoter.
Is that
I
right?
didn't know how to take care of my facility.
Oh my God. Oh man.
If he only knew.
Wow.
I didn't argue with the guy.
Then complain about the dust whenever you turn flow in the following week and you couldn't even see the race cars.
Yeah, that 1 year was dusty. He said, "Don't you own a water truck?" It's just,
28 seconds.
what I thought showed. I think what hurt my feelings more than anything, a couple of retired drivers tried to make small talk with Lisa when I got the wrong band. Say, "Hey, your guardrail was really nice." Just didn't get a good response.
Wow. I assume there's a joke that goes with that.
Yeah, that was a joke.
Not a perfect world is a big
No,
world.
sir. It sure is, sir.
It was on Mike you won.
Hmm?
It was on
And welcome
Mike
everybody
You
to the
Won.
On Track with Mike show. I am your host, Mike Kirshner here, trying to get everything adjusted right. Still don't got no mic. I gotta turn that thing up. Oh man, I don't know why I gotta turn that big. I got a big mouth and I still gotta turn it all the way out. Figure that one out. But we got a good show for you tonight. I got a lot of stuff to go over, so I don't want to be long-winded here. I want to get to the guest of honor and get to all the number 3 or 4, I think it is, sir.
All right, it's up.
To the guest of honor and the guest of honor, I guess we'd say, and get to some of these race, the Frank Sagi Tribute Race, and we're going to go over the Jimmy Spence Memorial a little bit, and we're also going to touch on the TA Ward Construction 270 showdown. It was at the Path Valley Speedway. I'm taking it. I know there's probably big 270 races around, but I think that race there was probably the biggest 270 race ever at Path Valley for that type of money. So, but anyway, we got the three amigos here in the studio. We got the I don't know who to go for. Who should I go first to, Shirley? Should I go to the dirt doctor, or should I go to the honoring legend? You know. But anyway, we got.
I would start with Dave.
We got Dave Wilt here, which everybody got to see him honored at the Frank Sagi Tribute Race on Saturday night, along with Booper Bear and Barry Kleindenz. And there's a lot of retired drivers there, a lot of stuff going on there. We're going to get with that here in a minute. We have Alan Sagi, the promoter of the Frank Sagi Tribute Race. Am I allowed to use the word promoter, Alan? Is that proper?
I'm not the promoter. I'm just a helper.
And we have...
I'm a thorn between two wilts. How's that?
you better watch out. I know how they are. They might get you to do something for them. So
That's all right. I'll try to help these guys out.
Mark Huffman says hello. Shane, Dave, Shirley, and Mike.
Hey, Mark. And we got Shane Wilt here, which I don't know how, but there was a moment in time on Saturday night whenever he was supposed to drive the pace car, and he was MIA. So we had to give the job to the guy that ran it the rest of the beginning of the evening. But anyways,
I told Walter Nichols that's the most laps he ever led.
yeah.
He lit everyone.
Yeah. He come in, he said, man, that thing sure does drive like a Cadillac. I said, Walter, you was going like freaking 30 miles an hour. They always handle good at that speed. But
That's funny.
before we get started, let's, as always, we want to thank Todd Ward of TA Ward Construction for his continued support of the show. Over 40 years of experience. He's a local veteran, fully insured, sponsors and supports a lot of race teams, a lot of race tracks, and a lot of different organizations. So support the man if you can. If you have any home improvement needs, call Todd at 717-331-4974. And there's always 3 ways that you can watch and or listen. The On Track with Mike Facebook page. You can see us on there. And WRGG 93.7 FM, the radio station that we're currently listening to. And if you can't get a good feed on the radio station or something's up, just get on your phone and go to WRGG.org, hit the Listen Live button, and you can listen to the whole show clear as can be on there. So, and we want to thank WRGG for giving us the time and the platform and allowing Shirley to come up here with me. A lot of people won't let Shirley in to places. She's been banned from a lot of places, Alan.
I kind of thought it was the other way around, the Kirshner family, didn't you?
Yeah.
Where do you guys want to start? I don't know where to start.
We can go clear back to 1970 with Dave Wilt.
Hey, a long way back.
I'll just tell you some of the notes I got. The Frank Sagi Tribute Race with special guest Booper Bear, Dave Wilt, and Barry Kleindentz. 37 super late models, which I thought was really great. 14 semi-lates and 14 pure stocks. Matt Cosner was fast time. He was the only car in the 17-second bracket with a 17.916.
That was a brand new car he was driving, too. First time out. New
Okay.
rocket.
Okay, I thought maybe it was the one that he ran in practice the other week, but
No, he just got this car Wednesday.
okay. Yeah, I heard he possibly got a new one.
Yeah,
It ran very good for a brand new car.
sure did.
Heats were won by Matt Glannon, Greg Satterley, Andrew Yoder, and Matt Cosner. Last chance qualifying race was won by Gary Stoller. I imagine this gentleman made a good bit of money. I didn't talk to you about it, Alan, because I just figured it out last night. But if there was, I take it was an award for the highest finishing steel block car.
Yes.
So he was the highest finishing steel block car, plus he was the hard charger.
Okay.
As far as I can tell by my race pass or whatever, 25th to 16th. And that was Cody Lear.
There's correct, the 99 car.
So that probably was a pretty good
payday.
evening for him.
Yeah, he did all right.
There's a few other limiteds there running, but the track was rather fast, and it was really hard to really compete with the supers on that type of track, but they hung in the best they could. The best appearing cars in honor of Bobby Jones, J.T. Spence, Tyler Bear, Gary Stoller, and Wesley Bonebrake. The pace cars was the two Wilt 2+2 machines, the 43A, and there was also they had an older Booper Bear car there.
That was
didn't
actually a Buddy Armel car.
Buddy, okay.
That was a remake of Buddy's last car that he raced in 1991.
That was the one that they had down at the parade,
Correct. Yes.
Apple Blossom, when he got inducted into the thing down there for the Apple Blossom
Yeah.
parade.
Actually,
Okay.
Buddy was there. So,
I seen, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but he was there riding around in one of those carts.
With Gerald Chamberlain. How about that for a pair?
I was just
Was
going
he
to
in
ask.
there?
Gerald was driving the cart.
Yeah.
I didn't know
For a while,
that.
and Buddy was
Oh,
riding
wow.
Yeah, Jason Wall's got pictures of him.
I was
I
just
didn't
going to
know.
ask that, Mike. I saw the side-by-side picture of Buddy Armor and Gerald Chamberlain. How many wins is represented there?
Oh, my.
Gerald Chaman's got 800 and some. I know
Does
he
he
told me
really?
Are you
he's got.
serious?
Yeah.
Yes, he's got over 800.
One in his career.
Oh,
Yes, and I don't know
would say
how many
Buddy's
Buddy
well
had.
over 300.
Yeah,
So
800 wins?
800. He's 800
It's
plus.
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
How
Most
do you-
guys don't get to race 800 times.
Right.
What is he, 120 12?
No, he's 84.
84.
Say he's in pretty good shape. How do you
Yeah, he
race
is.
that much?
Yeah.
He raced a lot back in the
I
day.
never dreamed he won that
Those
many
guys
races.
ran 4 times, 5
Yeah.
times a week.
Yeah.
Big
Raced
block
a lot.
modifieds, sprint cars, 30 by 90s, late models. He can drive any. Could
Yeah.
drive anything.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize he
was
had that
awesome.
many. That's amazing.
I've seen somewhere where Billy Moyer Senior's got about 850 now
He
or something,
does.
doesn't he?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yep.
He just
That's-
won. He just won one here.
Saw that
About a month
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, I watched
still
that
winning.
one.
And Mike, while we're talking about Gerald Chamberlain, I'd like to say, and this really is
You can say anything you want to say, Dave.
Gerald Chamberlain, when I went to his chassis, he told me exactly how to get round Hagerstown Speedway. And I listened to him, and I won right away. He said, now you listen to me and do what I tell you, and you're going to be fast here. And we were. Thank God for that man. He really helped my racing career, especially at Hagerstown Speedway. Gerald Chamberlain.
And it was neat that he was able to be there Saturday night on the night you were honored. I know he was proud, that he helped you over the years. And
Clean the tugboat up.
he was glad to be there for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The feature finish was Greg Satterley, Matt Cosner, Trevor Feathers, Rick Eckert, and Cal Hardy. Was the top 5. All the drivers did get in free, which was very, very nice. And yeah, that's basically the notes. But there was a lot of other things going on besides that. I mean, that place. I got there at noon. Wasn't it noon, Shane?
Yeah.
You was there for me.
Yeah, we got about to do it.
That place was bumping at noon. I mean,
Yeah.
there was lots of vehicles in and out. I don't know
Yeah.
who they were, but there was lots of vehicles in and out. Now, they did have a quarter midget deal down there. Not to take anything away from your thunder there, Alan, but there was a lot going on around the track, so that was pretty cool.
Busy day.
Terry Carlisle says thank you to Alan for a great show as always, and congratulations to Dave Wilt. Mark Huffman says Dave Wilt had a good weekend, a birthday on Friday, and honored on Saturday.
Yeah, I can probably turn that mic up over there, Shirley, and give it to you. If nobody, I don't know if people can hear you or not.
They don't want to hear me.
By the way, happy 39th birthday, Dave Will.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
Shane, that makes make you younger than what you are, bud.
That's good. That's good news. That's good news. That's right.
Thank
That's how
you.
that works.
Well, Dave, we're gonna start out with you because that's how the day went. You got there about 1 o'clock,
Yes, sir.
and we had things all set up for you there. Just kind of give us a little deal on your emotions and what you've seen, and
Well, first of all, we went to a celebration of life for a real good friend of mine down. We went down in Inwood, West Virginia. Robert Hartley Jr., Bobby Hartley, and we went to that, and we headed out to the Hagerstown Speedway, and my son had put this together, and Mike, you, and Gary Roberts, one of our crew members, and Cody had, when I got there, and Shane called me. We were going to stop and go to the restroom at Sheetha's, and Shane said, no, you got to keep coming.
He's been waiting on you. Come on.
So,
hey, I know what took him so long, Shane. I rode with him on the way here.
That's right.
25 mile an hour up Greencastle Pike.
That's right.
I said, Dave, how many fingers do you get sticking out windows and people blowing the horns? He said, what do you mean? I said, we're going 25 mile an hour. I can get out and run past the truck.
Dave used up all his speed on the racetrack
That's
years
right.
ago, and
That's
now
right.
he's just riding easy.
Hey,
That's
once,
right.
once your dad said speed is for speedways, and not, he
He
listened
took that
him.
to heart.
He
He
took
took
it
that's
to heart.
exactly right. I can hear Frank Sagi saying that 150,000 times. Speed is for the speedway and not the highway. And but anyway, I had a birthday Friday, and that was great. And Saturday was incredible. You all took our 2 cars, the car Shane drove, and the one that Cody's driving now, and put the the back old bodies on that we used to run, the colors of them, and it was incredible. I know you all worked hard, you, Mike, and Gary, and Cody, and Walter Nichols did the wrap for them, Holy cats, what a day. When I got there, I couldn't hardly take it. I teared up right away, and I just couldn't believe what you all had done for me. And Shane had organized a good dinner for me, and I don't know, I guess we had about 50 people there during the afternoon, and some of the church members helped them, or helped Shane, and we appreciated that. So, and then, gosh, Mike, I had the honor, Alan Sagi had me and Booper Bear and Barry Klondike signing autographs behind the grandstand. Wow. I don't know how many we signed, but it was probably 100. So me and Booper was really signing up a storm. And Lisa had those nice things made with the 3 cars on them. And we were signing those. And what an incredible day. What an honor to be at the Frank Sagi Tribute. So, I mean, I can't believe it. And I love that guy from Deer. He's the best. I've been to a lot of speedways, Mike. You know that. Florida. I've been to a lot of speedways in Florida, Volusia, and Ocala, and all them down there. And I've heard a lot of announcers. And I'm not just saying it because Alan's here, but Frank Sagi was the best I've ever heard. And I really mean that. He could make a race out of a race. And it was wonderful, and it was an honor for me to be able to do that. And be there at the Frank Sagi Tribute. So it was fantastic. I mean, you know, and Booper was there, and I'm good friends with him. I don't know Barry that well, but it was good to see him. We shook hands 3 or 4 times that day, and I know he's had some good drivers throughout his car building career and what have you. So, but what a day, Mike, was my birthday Friday, and what Shane put together for us out in the parking lot. He had, Lisa said he could go down there in the grass and set up tents, and Ken and Justine from church and Angie from church helped out, and it was just an incredible day. And then to end up signing autographs at the Frank Sagi race, it was just incredible. I don't know what else I could say, but what a day I had. And I mean, I'm very thankful that I had that.
How did it?
Doug Chatzer says, "True gentleman of racing."
Oh, thank you.
How did it feel whenever it was a surprise to all of us? You later than us, but how did it feel to look out on that front stretch and see those old 2+2s going by leading the field?
Well, you had said, and Shane had said, my son, that Walter Nichols had called and asked you if we could pace the field with those cars. And man, gosh, man, I couldn't believe that. You told me, and then Shane told me. So,
well, they called me and they said, "Do you want to ask the Wilts?" And I said, "Dave said I'm the boss."
That's right.
So it's fine with me.
That's right.
And we still didn't really have a clue what was going on when we got there.
Right.
So we just had the cars there, and you know, it all worked out. I mean, Walter just kept making laps. He looked happier than a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
He was.
I think he was disappointed when the rain came because he wanted to pay. He said, "I got one more group to pace here." But
he jumped in the car when the car Shane drives once in a while, and he just was in heaven. I mean, you could tell he really enjoyed that.
he did.
And I'm glad. I mean, I thought Shane was going to get in, but he got in before Shane got
Shane
in.
was missing in action whenever.
I don't think we could have got Walter out of there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were getting him out of there.
They called the late model race up, and Walter comes over and he says, "Where's Shane?" He said, "I ran the heat races. I'd like to let Shane run the late model deal." And I said, "Well, he should be around here. Somebody's been around here all day." And we looked everywhere. We waited and waited.
Oh.
Finally, Walter's like, "I can't wait any longer." I said, "Walter, get in the thing and go." I said, "We asked, we didn't want Shane's feelings hurt." But Shane said he was perfectly fine with it.
He told me that too,
And actually, unless it was something that he was like set on,
yes, sir.
it was awesome to stand at the guardrail
Oh.
See it.
and see it rather than like not know what's going on around you. But I was thankful for Alan and Walter to ask. I had no idea that they was going to ask. We was basically taking the cars just to have them sitting there for fans to look at, you to look at.
No, it was
And
awesome.
it turned
Awesome.
out where it was really, for me, it was a proud moment. It just, I don't say I wasn't around, but I didn't know you back when you was running those paint schemes. But it was still an honor for me to see him cars.
Thank
and
you.
the 43A. Cody said, I kept slowing down. He said, I was waiting for that 43A. I wanted him to get in the middle.
Yeah.
And he says, Walter kept speeding up. He says, I didn't know what to do. I said, well, the only thing you could do is just do what you did. Just
That's
sit there
right.
and ride.
That's right.
He said, but I thought we should have been 3. Well, I said, Cody, it all
looked good.
it all worked out.
It was great. It was wonderful. And by the way, let's go back to what you said a while ago, Alan. And anything goes on in that shop, he don't have to ask me about the race car because I tell him he's the boss. He is the boss
There you go.
of 2+2 operations. So,
I figured the Wilts would be honored to have the car out there.
I was.
Dave, it's nice that you let Mike have that authority.
I do.
Because at the house, he is not the boss.
I know,
Shirley
his
is the
wife
boss.
is. I know.
So it's nice that Mike gets to be the boss of something.
I wear the pants in the family because she says I can.
Okay.
That's right.
And I'll tell you what, gentlemen and ladies, Mike always calls me when he needs to spend money. I mean, little stuff, I don't care. But when he needs to buy something for the race car, he always calls me because I do have to pay for it, and Shane pays for some of it. So. But yes, but he always calls, and I appreciate that. But listen, I want to have fun and race up front. I love racing up front, and
I think you love racing in general.
I do. I'm addicted.
He
to
loves
that.
the atmosphere.
I do.
And
I
you
don't-
know, just a quick thing to Alan. Appreciate everything he does. We're going to go into this deeper, but I just want to say, like I told Shane, you only get one opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
How many other people is doing events like this honoring the drivers?
Amen. Amen.
You know, I mean, you might get inducted into a Hall of Fame, like
Yep.
you know, the Arch, the York, the
Right.
you know, whatever, Dirt Late Model, you know, whatever. But how many times do you get the opportunity to one of your family members, you know, get a phone call, one of your family members is going to be honored at a speedway? And I mean, you only get one chance, so you better try to make it the best, biggest thing you ever can, because
I agree.
it's not going to happen again.
Unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
That's the opportunity that Alan's given to
Yes.
3 individuals, families each year, and
Unbelievable.
it's something
it is
that
beyond belief.
I hope everybody continues to support him. He pulls his hair out what he's got left. Months and months before this is all set up, and I can't imagine the day of all the people coming at him right and left asking questions. And if you really want to think about it, who else is doing it? Who else is doing it?
It's true.
If you got to complain about anything that Alan Sagi does, who else does it?
That's right. I don't know if anybody does it. Nope.
No. And I mean, he is using a racetrack, and there's a lot of things that he can't control. It's got to be a helpless feeling, because Alan shows up with the fact of he is going to put on the greatest show ever, and he wants all the fans to leave happy and all the drivers leave happy. So he goes through months and months of trying to do everything he can to make it a big announcement at the end. That, you know, this year it was the drivers get in free. You know, he pulls all kinds of strings
Awesome.
to get this stuff, and then, you know, when you go to the racetrack like that, basically, Alan is a fan, basically. So he has to rely on a lot of other people to pull all the strings. And I know that some things didn't go right Saturday night. I don't mean to bring him up to upset Alan, but I know he came over to me and was upset about one thing that he wasn't upset at the people. He was upset at himself. And I just think I know, Alan, that I appreciate you taking that route, but when you're at a racetrack, trucks ain't going to start, speakers ain't going to work, you know, gates ain't going to open. It's just, I mean,
Maybe I'm too much of a perfectionist.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being a perfectionist,
Yeah.
but you have a lot of people that you're relying on to do a job.
I
Amen.
think Alan does
And,
it too.
and I don't think it's fair to you to take it on yourself,
I think of him.
any negative thing or anything like that. So, I mean, I know you're always your biggest critic.
I think
and-
Alan being perfectionist though is, you know, when he's doing this in honor of his father.
Yep.
And
Amen.
his dad did have a great name out there
Oh,
in the
my
racing
gosh.
community.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
just like Doug Schatzer says here, Frank Sagi made every driver feel important.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And the thing is, 90% of us at the event does not notice half the stuff that goes on that Alan has to deal with.
Yeah.
If he wouldn't walk up to me and say, and I don't mind it, Alan, by no means, but if he wouldn't walk up to me and say, "Oh man, this didn't work right. This person wasn't here." But if you didn't know that, you could stand back, and 90% of us wouldn't know anything was going on. But I can't imagine how it feels, and I just want to tell you, Alan, I appreciate everything you do, and I think that people need to think twice about these events. They need to get behind them, because this racing deal, this is a show to promote racing, and we try to promote it the best we can. But I'm not going to stand here and blow smoke. That racing is hurting right now, and events like Alan's having is unheard of. I mean, they had the Jimmy Spence Memorial down at Winchester. That was unheard of. The money that was on the line there for a late model driver to win, the money that was on the line back through the field, all the awards, all the, at the Saggy thing, you had T-shirts being thrown up in the stands. You had people could, get chances to win stuff and free food, and I mean, it was all kinds of. I mean,
Well, not only with that, but I think when they have these special races, the atmosphere at the racetrack seems different. They seem more
Well,
like the old time racing, like family.
I want to
But
talk
on
to.
a regular night, it's not like that.
Not so much.
I want to talk. That's what I want to talk about. You all just jump right in. I don't want to take the lead on this, because I want to hear some of the people's responses, like Shane. Maybe things that you noticed that you took in that just kind of blows your mind. Alan, maybe there's something. No matter how many of these you have, there's something. Somebody said something to you, or something happened that really made a difference in you wanting to push on to do more. And Dave, same way with you. Maybe an old driver come up to you and made a comment, and maybe it brought back memories that just gave you joy.
One thing I do want to remember about Alan's dad, Frank, I never forgot this. When they put them signs out on Interstate about Hagerstown Speedway, you remember him talking about that?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
He had made that announcement. He said, we're Hagerstown Speedway on 70, and it was unbelievable. I didn't forget that.
Yeah, he was instrumental in making that happen.
Yes, he
where
was.
He contacted the state of Maryland and actually had road signs, the green.
The one, there's
State
one up
sign.
on Route 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There used to be
by
some
the,
more.
Before
Yeah.
the Walmart was there,
Yep.
but it's up by the Walmart.
Yep.
At one time, I think there were half a dozen of them
Yep.
at different locations, but it
Yep.
mentioned Hagerstown Speedway.
He loved that. Yep, he
Yeah.
did good.
Alan, I'm curious to know, one thing I noticed Saturday night, the energy level is different on Saturday night than seems like any other time of the year. So how do we get that transferred? How can we get that energy level, the excitement level, the buzz around the speedway? As Mike said, it was from
You
12
have
p.m.
Alan
on.
pay everybody's way in at every track all weekend long.
It
That
was
would start, right?
yeah, I mean, how do you get that to more of the regular shows? Because there was a buzz that people were genuinely excited to be there. You could tell that. Do you see that for your dad's race?
Yeah, I do sense that. The first year, I always told everybody I seen more smiling faces at a racetrack that night than I ever did before. Kind of goes with what Shirley said, that it's just a different atmosphere, a little different mood.
Right.
I like seeing the smiles on the retired drivers' faces.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what age they are. They love this stuff. Buddy Armel was riding around on a side-by-side with Gerald Chamberlain driving him around.
Amazing.
I mean, that was
amazing.
a real...
That's a lot of wins there.
something to see.
Yeah.
And they were having a great time, like a couple of kids. So
Well,
it's good to see everybody, once a year like that, and get them together. The first year there was guys there that had not seen each other in over 30 years.
Yeah.
And I had suggested the track put name tags on everybody because people change a little bit in 30 or 40 years.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But I appreciate everybody that turns out. This would not work without everyone else's cooperation and help.
Sure.
Especially the sponsors. I got
Yeah.
a lot of people to thank that helped me do this. Could not do it without each and every one of them.
Yeah. Do you know who doesn't change? Is Rick Eckert. Man, he.
Oh, don't even bring him
About
up.
the same, yeah.
Man,
Don't even bring him
Shirley
up.
Stuck in a picture with him.
Oh,
I
jeez.
saw that.
She
that
finds
guy-
him wherever he's at, and I said, man, that man don't age.
Who does?
How do you
Rick
compete with that? How do you compete with somebody that don't age?
He's like Dick Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never
they
changed.
always made fun of Dick Clark, said he never aged.
I took a picture of him, and he said,
New Year's Eve.
I think you're getting in trouble. And she goes, I don't care. And she wasn't in trouble. I just thought it was cool.
I don't care.
I felt the same way. We parked.
My birthday.
That's right.
I guess one down from Stuhler.
Yeah, we
And
parked
I was
beside
sitting there
Stuhler.
thinking, man, for 50 years he's been getting in a race car. That's
Yep,
amazing.
yep, yep.
It is. Really.
When he pulled in after he got
Yeah.
the nose tore up and got out of the car, and he was standing there looking at it, that's what was going through my mind too.
Yeah.
And I looked at somebody who was standing beside me, and I'm sure people probably know Gary Stuhler better than I do. Maybe they've seen him in different. I don't want to say angry or whatever, but the man just gets out of the car and he's like, I mean, I didn't hear him, but when you look at him, it looks as almost if he says, well, boys, I guess we'll get her fixed back up and we'll try her again next week.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
That's all you can
His
do.
demeanor.
yeah,
Demeanor
it's just
doesn't
amazing.
change.
And
Yeah.
I thought, man, that's just
Incredible.
That's amazing to be that satisfied with your career and your. I'm not saying he don't want to win. I'm just saying that where you come in and it's just you can just move like the NASCAR guys do. They always say, well, we just after the race is over, we move on to next week because most local guys, dirt track people, I know I did. You always beat yourself up because you didn't do something. I could that last restart. I could have did this right. Like,
Yeah.
And it just to see him. I'm sure he's disappointed that he didn't get to finish the race.
Yeah, he got collected in a deal.
Yeah.
that unavoidable.
Yeah.
But what was neat, the fellow that sort of thought the whole accident was his fault come down and apologized to Gary. So that was
See, I didn't even see it, so I didn't
Wow.
know what happened. I seen a couple cars in it, but just his demeanor getting out of the car, not upset, not mad, just like, well, boys, we're
Amazing.
get her fixed, and we're gonna, we're going on to the next one
Yeah.
and try to win that one.
Truly
And that's just
was.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
His wife was calm too, because I was watching. I thought when Gary pulled up there, she went around, looked at it, and she just throwed up her hands. I guess it's like,
It's almost
Gary-
like she walked up to the door and he was getting out, and she just said, "You're fine, right?" And
Yeah.
I see him nod his head like, "Yep." And she walked away.
Yeah.
And that's just like us. I didn't get a chance to really talk to him, but it's like when I'm at the track and someone next to us is working, I don't want to go over and bug them. But it was pretty awesome to sit there
Yeah.
and
Amazing.
And also something else that was cool too that I never even thought about. We sit beside the concession stand. And I never even go around the concession stand very much. But they had all them tables lined up there, and the drivers and the people that sat at those things all evening long. I talked to John Belungi and Brad Umps. I
Yeah.
talked to him. I mean, joking with people and people joking with each other and people yelling over at it. It was just a cool deal.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it really was. I'm curious, Mike, to ask Alan, what is the process of selecting the drivers that you choose? Are they nominated? Like, how does that work year to year?
Shane wants to know so he can try.
No, I'm curious what on the list.
If he said somebody with purple pants, I'm wearing purple pants all week.
I'm just curious how you go about it.
Well,
I couldn't
it's
imagine it.
Probably really informal. I just sort of think about it a little bit for a couple months and have some names in the back of my mind, and I give them a call.
It's awesome.
So
Very
it's just some of the guys that were significant in the history of the Speedway, and that the fans all knew and used to cheer for. We want the new fans to get to know these guys and educate them on what these fellows accomplished and what they did.
Sure.
And we hope to get some of their old fans to come out and see them again.
Yeah. Very
So
cool.
I just kind of mix it up a little bit. And
That's good because if you are a new fan and you don't know the history of that old timer,
Yep.
you might do some research and find out some things. Be like, wow,
That's right.
This is just something unbelievable what this person has accomplished
Yeah.
during their career, and then that might make them more into getting more involved with the racing.
Right. Get them a little more interested.
Like
It's
if
funny you
if
mentioned
they did
that.
that before. What could happen today?
Right. It's funny you mentioned that. A couple weeks ago, I stopped at Sheets to get something to eat, and a young fellow who goes to the races here now stopped me and talked to me. And he said, Alan, did Wes Bonebrake's dad used to drive? I said, oh, yeah.
Oh my
I
God!
said, they didn't get any better than Denny Bonebrake.
Yeah, he was
And,
good.
Wow.
He didn't know, but he's young. He's probably only about 17 or 18. So I said, yeah, Denny Bonebrake won
He
a
sure
ton of
did.
races. I said, when I was a kid, we'd go to Winchester on Saturday night, and him and Buddy Armour would start 17th and 18th. And as you did too, because the point leaders started 17th and 18th in those days.
That's the way it was.
And I remember a couple times, Denny was leading the race from 18th in 3 laps.
Wow. That's
What
amazing.
that kid said. I said, well, things were a little different then. The best drivers had the best cars, but it was a race to the front between Denny and Buddy Armour many nights. And then you had Sam Nally, you had Junior Boone, Ralph Davis, some other real good runners that they had to navigate, and those guys would win
Yeah.
one here and there too. But
Wow.
I thought it was funny that the boy didn't know that Denny had raced. I told him a couple stories, about Denny. Denny will always tell you his favorite win was the Labor Day 55 at Bedford. He beat Gerald Chamberlain.
Oh yeah.
And they took his car in a roped-off area, and they made him run gasoline, pump gas. Back then, all the late models around here ran alcohol. This was the early 80s. But at Bedford, you had to run pump gas. So they were taking fuel samples and checking their carburetors and such.
Wow.
But he just felt that beating Gerald Chamberlain on Gerald's home court
Yeah.
was an accomplishment.
That
But
definitely
sure as
was a
heck
cut-
was.
yeah, that
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Todd Ward says it's great to see these guys together in the studio tonight.
Thank you, Todd.
Brett Rose, he says we all yearn for great memorable moments and the nostalgia from those days past, rekindle those memories while creating new ones. That's what makes this a great event. Sure does.
See, Brett Rose, I like to say this. His dad, Kenny, used to build engines for our race car, and they were good motors. So we really appreciate Kenny Rose. And, wow, he worked hard to make our motors fast. So, yes, Kenny was great. So we appreciate that very, very much.
I was glad to see Brett able to be there
Yeah,
Saturday.
he
Yes,
was there. He got to come
races
up, look
a
at the
sprint car
cars.
now.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to race that night, but their schedule got altered a little bit, and it just worked out perfect.
He said he waited 40-some years old to drive a race car.
Yeah, how about that?
And I said, if you
It's
waited
good.
that long, you should have been wise enough that your first race car wouldn't be a sprint car.
yeah, right.
Well, see, his dad loved sprint car racing back in the day. Now, he was building motors for our cars.
I don't mind sprint cars. I just joke with sprint
his
car
dad
people.
loved them. So Kenny loved sprint cars. So
But you guys was saying something earlier, and I didn't want to cut in. This is therapeutical for fans and drivers alike. I've seen drivers. I had a driver in here tell me one time he was honored at the Frank Sagi Tribute, and he told me that he was just honored that people didn't forget about him. He felt like, not that he felt like they forgot about him, but when he got back to the racetrack, he hadn't been there for many years. And when Alan honored him and he got to sign autographs and get his picture taken, he just was so put back that not all the fans, but a lot of the fans remembered who he was, remembered where he raced, and they, talked about it. They thanked him. They got pictures, and he was just like, I didn't think nobody even remembered. And then also the fan side of it. Sometimes even though they're local people, they're not, on the NASCAR circuit, or you're not seeing them on TV like movie stars. You think of these people as being bigger than life. So sometimes people is intimidated to go up and talk to these people because, they feel like they are, they don't know them and stuff like that. And this gives people an opportunity to go around that table and get to see that these people are human. They are just regular guys that love when people take a moment of their time to come up and say, "Hey, can you sign this? Can you take a picture with me?" It's not like they're somebody don't have the time to do it. But one last story, and I'm going to let you guys go on there again. But I did that once to another driver at the Sagi race. I know this driver for years. I didn't know him very well. It was like we weren't best friends or anything. And I walked up and congratulated him. And it really, I look at this guy as like one of the tough-nosed, not that he was mean or anything, he
Raced hard.
Yeah, raced hard. And I looked at him, I said, "Hey man, I just want to let you know that you deserve this, and I'm really proud of you, really happy for you." And that man looked at me, almost got tears in his eyes. And I was thinking, this is coming from me, that like, we know each other and we talk, but it's not like we talk every day and I'm his best friend. And he was touched by what Alan was doing and by the atmosphere, and you just wouldn't believe how much it meant to him. These guys win 500 races and they're still touched by one evening at the Hagerstown Speedway with a bunch of fans coming up, getting their pictures and stuff. So it's therapeutical for Alan. You're doing a psychiatrist. They
don't want me to be their psychiatrist. Oh my!
No, but I'm saying it's therapeutic on both sides, actually.
Well, I just hope everyone had a good time.
Oh
at the
my
track.
gosh, we had a great time.
That's what we strive for.
That's good. And one more thing, Mike, that I wanted. Booper had a picture. His wife brought it. I don't know where she got it. And I know some of the race fans who are listening tonight remember this. She had a picture of his dad, Tommy Bear. You remember him. I know Alan does. Shane does. Ray Doble and Don Davis. They put on some fierce shows at the Winchester Speedway. You remember that, Mike?
Yeah.
I mean, Don Davis and Ray Doble, Tommy Bear. Now, there was others, too, but she had that picture. I don't know where she got it at, but his wife brought it.
They had some neat stuff there set up, didn't they?
Yes, it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah.
Booper's got a crew member that helped on his cars when he drove, and now he helps on the car with Tyler.
That's good.
And his name's Randy Walters. He's a lifelong friend of the Bear family.
That's good.
And he put all that ensemble together. And so he called me back over the winter and said, "I'd like to do this." He said,
Good.
"Is that possible?" I said, "Well, heck yeah.
Sure.
The more we can show the people, the more they have to look at, the better time they're going to have."
Yeah.
And he put all that together, and
It's
it was
good.
neat looking, wasn't it?
Yes,
it was,
it was
like,
great.
like a little mini traveling museum.
It was awesome. I guess that's where his wife got that picture.
Yeah.
I guess. 'Cause
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
come over and showed me.
Randy's has a lot of Bear family collection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Tommy was in this one, and
Yeah.
Ray Doble and Don Davis. You remember him? He was
I
fast.
do. Wow.
Yeah. So.
Anything,
But,
Shirley?
Yeah. Carolyn Kuntz said, "Love the older drivers." She responded again. She says, "And no one can beat Frank Sagi."
He's awesome.
Thank you,
Amen.
Carolyn.
Doug Schatzer, he says, "Don't all drivers start as fans? You guys inspired
That's right.
a generation of competitors." That's true.
Yep.
That's true.
I used to root for Dave Wilt when I was a kid.
Thank you. Thank you.
You said your dad always said no matter how far the guy run in the back that you should support him and everything.
Thank you, Mike.
You didn't see Dave Wilt in the back, I promise you that. In fact, I was going to say earlier when you mentioned about the 2+2 cars out on the track pacing the field, I was going to tell you it was kind of nice for me to get a look at the side of them, because when I first started racing, I had to race against this guy. I knew what the back of his car looked like real well, but I didn't get to see the side a whole lot.
Oh my gosh.
So
Thank you.
I wouldn't want Dave Wilt mad at me.
Oh.
He about knocks you down with that bear paw whenever he's just happy to see you.
That's only because I love you.
Remember Kevin Banzoff had heart surgery,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
and Dave was so happy to see me, hit him in the chest, about killed him.
Yeah. That's
Dave, you ever get in any confrontations at the racetracks back in the day?
Oh, we've had a couple just words. I mean, no, just.
I believe that. I was going to say he would talk it out with
Yeah, he
somebody.
would.
Yeah, I would. I mean, you listen.
Yeah.
Even I don't know, and they're great people, and I love the Walls group. And we was running 6 cylinders at Winchester. He's Senior Walls, I guess.
Wayne Senior.
Wayne Senior decked me one night.
He was hard to beat in those
He was
cars.
hard to beat. And anyway, I went over to his car, and the guys thought I was going to. And I said, "Hey, Wayne, what happened?" And he said, "My brakes went out." It's okay. I believed it. But anyway, we were good friends. He was a tough competitor.
Yeah.
And when you beat him in that 6-cylinder, you've done something. So, I mean,
He
he
probably
was.
won more of them 6-cylinder races than anybody did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Yeah,
that
he did.
Ford he had would really go.
Yes, that Ford was fast.
In fact, he would go beat the 8-cylinder car.
Yes, he
at
would.
times.
Yes.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, I know it was rough and tumble back then, and there was fights and stuff, but it seemed like it wasn't. I don't know. It just seemed like there was more camaraderie back then, or something. I can't figure it out. I mean, there wasn't as much laws back then. I mean, people could fight and then get over it and be done with it, but it just seemed
The
like
cars weren't as expensive.
No.
That may be a little bit of a difference.
Sure.
And there was no internet back then to
No.
throw fuel on fires.
Right.
Yeah, all
that's
through
true.
the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had a little problem with a guy on a Saturday night, you didn't communicate with him until
Yeah.
the following Saturday. By that time, everybody kind of got over it. Went on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because there was instances, but they wasn't like nothing
Yeah.
major.
Yeah,
I just thought the guys back then was really nice.
Yeah.
They were. Me and Jerry Freese at Winchester one night, and I love Jerry Freese, love him, and as a friend. But somehow water got out on the corner up there, down in 1 and 2. Well, I was trying to get by Jerry. I hit that water, and it spun him. And I guess the officials saw the water and saw what happened. So I put myself in the rear, and they tried to get me to go back. I said, no, I'm in the rear. I bumped that man, and Jerry knew it. I mean, he knew right now that I did not do that intentionally. So I put myself in the rear and raced up as far as I could go. And of course, Jerry had to go back there too. But he knew it was just like
An accident, sure.
yeah, it was an accident. So yeah.
Brett Rose, if I'm remembering correctly, at Dave's final career win in 1989 at Winchester, Booper Bear finished second in Bobby Allen's 55 car.
There you
Wow,
go.
you beat that 55 car.
Yeah,
Not too many people beat that thing.
No, that was good.
that was a good car.
Peggy Kirshner, congratulations to Dave. These are great guys in the program, too. It was great memories for Dave and the Wilt family. The Wilts are wonderful people and appreciate racing. Thanks, Dave, Shane, Mike, Cody, and all the helpers with the Wilt.
Thank you.
We're glad to see Peggy there. That was
Oh
nice.
yes, it was so good. That was
Yeah.
so
Glad
good.
to see her doing so well.
I love her so dearly as a friend. She is a wonderful lady.
Well, anybody want to talk more about the atmosphere? I'm going to move on to the races unless you got some
I
more.
want to ask an
your
impossible question to Alan. So next year, I don't know how you're going to pull this off, or how we would pull this off. I would
yeah.
love to know how many wins was there. Gary
Man.
Stuhler, Buddy Armel, Gerald Chamberlain, Rick Eckerd, Dad, Bo Feathers. I mean, all the guys that were there.
Denny Bonebreak.
Denny Bonebreak. How many wins were represented? And I don't know how we pull that off, but it would be. I think it'd be cool to have the fans guess that next year.
That's a good
And
Oh,
the
yeah,
Wilt,
just imagine
the
that.
2+2 racing team will sponsor the prize. I'm being serious
There you
on whatever fan comes the closest.
Well,
Again,
Dave,
I don't know how
that
you
means
would
you're
do it, how
paying.
we But I would love to know how many wins was there at that speedway Saturday night.
how many
Think
does-
about that.
how
How
many-
many's Eckert got now?
He's in the 300s.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Dad said Gerald Chamberlain's got over 800.
He does.
So
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
How
So
many?
I don't-
How many does
Buddy
Stiller
Arm-
have at Hagerstown? Wasn't it 139?
139.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
incredible.
How many
Yeah, the first
How many
year
140
we-
from beating him?
Yeah, right. Buddy Armel,
Better get to work.
Denny
Mike.
Bonebreak. I mean, Mike, think about it. How many
Yeah.
Yeah,
no
could you,
feathers?
could you imagine that? there ain't no
was-
way. I don't think there's no way nobody could.
Big
I-
Slim
yeah,
Devilbus was there. He won a bunch of races
Yeah,
back
there
in
you
the
go.
day. you know?
Yeah.
the only person I know that would really, two people that I know, three maybe possibly. I don't know how much Brett Rose knows about a lot of the old drivers. I know he knows a lot about the drivers of our era, but Doug Watson.
Doug Watson. I was just going to
Or
say
Joe Padula.
Joe Padula. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they could probably come really close.
Yeah, they get
Yeah.
in the ballpark anyway.
I guess
And Alan, you got a pretty good memory on you
I
too.
wouldn't know, but those guys are the ones that go to for that.
I guess it'd be something you'd have to do some research on who was
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
and contact them
Oh,
before.
could you imagine that?
Yeah.
It's just the
It'd
center.
be almost as much money as Greg Sauerle won this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible.
I got a comment here. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce his last name right, but it's Bobby Quarrel.
Yep.
Says the internet and cost have definitely affected the racing, especially in the last 20 years.
No doubt about that.
Yeah. I would say that's accurate.
Oh,
And
yeah,
Steve
it's all-
Yeager says hello, guys.
Hey, Steve.
Hello.
Yeah, we just got a
Good to see Steve back on the track again
Yes.
over the weekend.
Yes. Good.
we just got a memo today about the price of them round black things going up again. So
Yeah.
That's something.
it is, and it's not good. It's not good for the racer. It's not good for the companies. It's just not good all the way around. But there's nothing we can do about it. But you guys want to mention anything you want to mention? I don't want to cut you off. I just want to make sure I get all this information out before Dave goes to sleep or
Great.
decides not to buy my dinner
Great show.
anymore.
I'm curious to
Speaking-
hear your
Okay.
perspective, Mike and Dad and Alan. As a fan, do you want to see how dominant Satterley is? Or do you prefer to see some other guys win? Because both things get talked about. What do you want to see?
Well, on that night, I try to be as impartial as possible.
Right.
I know just about all the drivers personally. I get along with all of them. I consider them my friends. The biggest thing for me is they have a safe race. Nobody gets hurt at the utmost. And I like to hope nobody gets their car tore up. We had a couple get tore up Saturday night.
Yeah.
I hate that. But that's all part of racing. We all kind of know that's part of the deal
Yeah.
when you sign up for this. But
As Mike mentioned earlier, it was flat out impressive.
Greg
what Satterley
Satterley
did
earned it.
over the weekend.
you know, I had one guy said, "Well, you put Sauerle on the pole. What'd you expect?" I said, "Well, he earned that pole because he won his heat race, and we
Right.
started him heads up. You know, we told him they're only going to pull a pill when they go in the gate. After that, you get what you earn, and you do what
Right.
you do in the heat race."
Right.
If there wouldn't have been any cautions, I think Greg Sauerle might have lapped up to about fifth. He was
Oh,
He
He was
probably
flying.
would have.
I tell you,
that car was on point all week.
Yeah.
I told somebody
incredible.
the other
Yeah.
day there. I think it was Sunday. I told somebody. I said, "You know what's unbelievable? No, it was Monday because he raced Sunday at Winchester. It's amazing. You know, Greg races a lot, and you know he races a lot, and you know he's good. But I'm telling you, there's only a few drivers in this area that every time I watch them, they impress me. And Greg's one of them. It's just amazing to watch him. I mean, like he up at Sillins Grove, he looked like he had a car that wasn't going to win. He was clean back where the third and fourth place car was all over him.
Yeah.
And he tried to go on the outside of Jones a couple times, and the car was just too tight, wouldn't go. And they had a caution, and after the caution, he went back to the outside, and I'm just like, well, you know, that didn't work the last 15 times you tried it, and that daggone thing worked. He passed him, and then he just kept on going. At Winchester,
Incredible.
I watched the live timing. That man was just running the car hard enough to save his tires. Mm-hmm. And
Kyle Hardy was with him almost
yes,
the whole
yes.
entire race.
Half
Kyle
a
kept
second.
him honest.
Half a second is
Yeah.
is what that track was.
Yeah.
Half a second to a second was the gap off and on throughout the whole feature.
Yeah.
And like Cal Hardy said, he said, I'm not ashamed to run second to the hottest guy in the area.
Yeah.
And he has nothing to be ashamed of. He kept with him there, and that car of Cal's only has
A couple races on it.
they just put that motor in that car
Right.
3 weeks ago or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, it's just impressive the way that he saves his stuff, because all of us have driven race cars. Shirley even has. And I know she didn't save her stuff on the first couple laps. Believe me. I seen her. Ask the guy's car she drove over the front of. But anyway, it is very hard not to run 100% the whole race. It's very hard. Especially when you hear somebody, you see somebody. And for Greg just to kind of like...
He's a good, smooth driver.
Yes.
And very clean. You very seldom see a mark on his car. And that guy's just really good. He's always been that way. First time I met him was up in McKean County years ago. We went up there for that Fall Classic race.
Wow.
They used to have paid big money. Well, they did a deal on Friday night. They called it King of the Hill, where they took your time trials and they matched you up with one guy, and you would run like a 2-lap dash. And I asked my crew, I said, who are we running against? We're running against a guy that won the feature here last Saturday night. I said, well, that's great. I'd never seen the place before.
Right.
And went out there, and him and I run side by side those 2 laps, and he nipped me right at the line. The photo finished.
Yeah.
So what you did after you got done, you went in the infield, and he pulled up alongside of me. He said, I want to thank you for running me clean. I said, well, that goes both ways.
Sure.
But we talked a little bit, Both of us had heard of each other, but we didn't know each other. We chatted a little bit there. He had to go another round. I said, do me a favor. He said, what's that? I said, go out there and wax these guys. I said, I want to know I got beat by the best guy here. And he did. He won. He won like 5 rounds.
Yeah.
So he's just always been good. Him and his father, Gary.
Very
Satterley,
soft-spoken.
Nice people,
Yeah.
yes. Greg's wife, Kelsey, comes with him all the time. She brought their dogs out in Victory Lane Saturday night. That was pretty cool. Yeah, usually they got the little girl also. So they, good people, good racer. And he earned everything he won over the weekend.
Yeah. Incredible.
Did you ever win 3 in a weekend, Dave?
3? No.
Yeah. You probably, most of the time, you raced twice.
Twice,
You run Winchester,
yeah.
Hagerstown.
Yeah, I did. I have a lot of times I've won 2.
Right.
Now, once in a while, we would go see when the Keystone Kids got involved with me, or I got involved with them. They were
We'd go to
great.
Pennsylvania a little bit.
We go to
yeah.
Bedford. They were from Roaring Springs, and they wanted to run Bedford, but 3 nights a week is
That's
tough.
tough.
It's tough.
I mean,
so,
very seldom anymore do people get to race 3 nights a week
Right.
like that.
Right.
Let alone Greg Satterley won all 3.
in this day and age,
Right.
in the heat,
right.
Yeah.
with the traffic and
Right.
all the money.
Robbie
and
and I
everything.
had that car on point all weekend. It was well balanced
Yeah, he was
race
great.
car.
Great.
And the guy drove it right.
Yeah.
If Brett Rose is still listening, he could tell you the year. But Dad won back-to-back Tony Armour races.
Yes.
On Saturday
That's
at
right, you
Winchester.
did. You won them both.
And
didn't
then
you?
Sunday at Hagerstown
Yeah.
one year. I don't
Yeah.
remember the year. Brett would
I bet that
remember
was
the
something
year,
to
but that
remember,
was
too.
a huge weekend.
That was the car that had the Buick Regal body
Yep,
on it.
that's
wasn't
Yep,
right.
it
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brett's got a Brett Rose has got a walking computer, so he.
I know he
all
does.
this stuff.
I know he
He's got
does.
a walking
He knew what year them cars was we did and
Oh
everything.
yeah, he
Oh,
knew.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I knew around what year, but
Yeah.
I didn't know exactly.
Yeah.
Brian Jones says, hey, everybody working at the track, almost forgot.
He's
It's
painting
okay.
the
It's all
guardrails.
good, Brian. We know you're a busy man.
He's painting the guardrails.
And then Bobby Coral, he says, I personally think as an older guy who has been involved with racing for almost 40 years, I respect the teams that can keep winning consistently. The average fan does not realize how difficult it is to win.
Oh yeah, you're
That's
right.
fact.
Especially nowadays.
Yep. Stuff.
Brett had a 1985. You remember Steve Smith that used to make the replica
Yes.
cars?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Brett
Yeah.
had a 1985 replica car that he got my dad to sign
Yep.
on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And it was the Bedford championship year. You remember that year, the other guy that won the other division at Bedford? His name was Dave Wilt.
There you go.
Two Dave Wilts.
there was
Remember
two
that,
Dave
Dave?
Wilts.
Oh, that's
There-
the. Is that the
Wilts.
Dave?
There's a Dave Wilson.
Is that the one who runs the asphalt?
Duncansville, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
up near Jennerstown area.
Yeah.
And he's on pavement.
Yeah.
Later years.
I found
they ran
him on the
dirt.
internet
So
looking up.
on any given night at Bedford, they had 2 Dave Wilts.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
So-
That's
we-
probably Cheryl Wilt's worst nightmare. 2 Dave Wilts.
Maybe she ought to check out the other one. Maybe she'd like it better.
Maybe. Well, I will tell you this about the Dave Wilt story. At Cumberland Speedway, of course, they only run a couple times a year. Back then, not recently. Or
Special events only.
Special
back then.
events.
Yeah.
Ray Welsh, I guess, was promoting this.
Yep.
And there was the other Dave Wilt was there, and I was there, and we started side by side to feature. We started side by side.
Would that be an announcer's nightmare?
Yeah.
Dave Wilt's passing Dave Wilt. Oh no, Dave Wilt's back underneath Dave Wilt.
yeah.
But I'll
Yeah,
tell
that
you,
guy ran very well.
Now, what year?
22.
Yes,
yeah.
it was 22
That's
and
right.
2 plus 2.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
What year was the car that I got from? It was the white one with the red.
I
the
don't
red
know. I have to
numbers.
ask Brett. I know Brett would know. Have to
I was
ask
at an
Brett.
auction years ago,
Yeah.
and they had this one of them replica late models for sale. It was white with the red numbers, and
I think that was one of your later cars.
It
wasn't
was. Yeah.
they put it up for sale, and I bought it. Well,
Yeah.
I knew of Dave back then, but I didn't really know him. I just knew him from Winchester, working down there. So I just took the thing and put it in my basement, and I like late models, so I don't, we'll
Yeah.
keep his thing. So then when I met Dave finally, I took it to his house, and he showed me his trophy room, and I said, "Here, this is for you," and I wanted to give it to him, and he signed it, and he wouldn't take it. He said, "You keep
No,
it."
it's yours.
But
It's
I know
yours.
I know that's not the only one. But when Brett showed up with that car Saturday, I was like, "Wow, that's pretty cool to see another one," because I haven't seen one of them in years.
Yeah, that gentleman handmade those cars. He would bend the bodies made out of aluminum.
Yeah.
I think there was like a
Incredible.
wood frame.
Yes.
And he
Wood
would,
tires, like made
Yeah.
out of a hole saw
Yeah.
or whatever.
Incredible.
and he would paint them with a toothpick.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name was
Unbelievable.
Steve Smith. He
Yeah.
was from Sykesville, Maryland.
Yeah.
He's no
around?
longer with us.
He's
No.
he's the
Passed
one.
away.
He was doing the metal replicas
That's
too,
right.
because
Yeah, that's him.
people was. I think I got one for Cody, and there was a couple other teams that he would do one
I
of
have
a
a couple
kind
of those
cars
cars
for.
at home,
Yeah,
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Mike, I tell you what, I got to tell you this, and my wife and I have been married 56 years, June the 7th, and we were talking about Ray Doble and Tommy Bear. I was going to the Winchester watching them before I became involved.
They were your heroes.
They were my heroes. He's right.
Yeah.
And we were dating, in love. I said, honey,
is it ringing a bell?
no. Oh, God. I said, honey, if you pick the date that we get married, but if you pick she knew that we were running for points back then. Oh, stop it, Mike. She knew we were running for points and we could not miss a race because you wouldn't get no
Yeah.
points. Even if you're there and break down, you get some points. So I said, you can pick the date we get married. And I said, but if you pick a Winchester night or a Hagerstown night, we are going to be racing later on.
Man, I'll tell you one thing.
So
it's
she
a wonder,
said-
it's a wonder you didn't
And
get
the wedding
divorced
better
before
be
you.
in the afternoon, right?
So we got married in the afternoon and raced at the Winchester Speedway
Wow.
at that night, and I didn't win. Danny Sullivan beat me that year in the championship, so
Did he
I didn't
really?
win it. Yeah, he was tough. Danny
was tough.
He was really tough.
But you know what? That back people that I don't want to talk down to anyone, but people that don't run for championship, never won one, that don't race or whatever, don't realize the first one how it is. Like it's really, I don't know. I mean, every one you want, but I remember the first one I was leading for a long time. Like our church back then had roller skating, and I didn't roller skate. I sit at the table.
You didn't
they
want to
had-
break your leg.
I didn't want to break
your wrist.
anything because
Yeah.
I was leading the points.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
and at that particular time, it's important.
Yeah.
You look back on it, you're like, well, it wasn't that big of a deal. But yes, it was. I mean, a few of the things I got, Cody is really jealous of. And that's the only thing.
Oh, is that right?
That's the only thing I have over his head.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I mean, back then you got a lot of nice. You got a Bulova watch back then
Yeah.
that has your name and all on the back of it. You got a coat. You got a clock. I mean, it was really, when you won back then, you really won. I mean, I'm not being negative towards the tracks. I just know that things was different back then.
Yeah.
You know, Dave, you mentioned Danny Sullivan. Back in that era, in the limited late models, Danny Sullivan was probably your biggest competition.
He
Him and
was.
Ernie Davis.
Him and Ernie.
As far as I know, you guys all got along great.
We did.
You raced hard.
We did.
You all beat each other at times. It probably was about an equal split on who
We
won between
did.
the three of you.
One night at Winchester, Alan, did you bring this up? Me and Sullivan started side by side back in the middle of the field. We come through the field, and this is the truth. He tells it in his church sometime. He goes to church. He does.
He tells it in church, so you know it's not a lie.
That's right. That's right.
Well, the lady was our office manager. He's told her a couple of times. But anyway, the white flag comes out, and me and Danny side by side. We are side by side down the backstretch at Winchester. That's the white flag. All right, down the backstretch of the last lap, and neither the one he or me was going to let off. We both spun in the infield, never touched.
No way.
Never touched. We spun in the infield off the fourth corner, and we laugh at that right now. Old Pee Wee Rittenhour won the race. He was running third. I don't know if you remember him or not. You remember him?
Yeah, 77 car.
Yeah, he said, I hope you all do that every week, he said.
That's when you're running third. That's always what you're hoping for.
He said.
That's
But we
good.
never touched. That's a fun story.
Yeah, that was good friendly competition
Oh, yeah.
between you and
We
Danny
was
Ernie.
friends.
Yeah.
Me and Ernie was friends, and he's beaten me a lot of times, and I beat him. And
Yeah.
he pulled that Gerald Chamberlain move at Bedford one night. I was leading the race. Ernie was second. And I thought, a few laps, there was a yellow with 2 or 3 laps to go. And I said, I'm going to move the car
One
down.
lap to go.
Was it 1 lap?
1 lap to go.
Well, I said, I'm moving the car down so Ernie can't get underneath of me. Well, you know how Chamberlain used to go down that front stretch right against the wall, almost rubbing the wall, and Ernie did that. Pulled that Gerald Chamberlain pass down the front stretch.
Oh, he got you.
He got
last
me
lap.
last
Yeah.
lap. And
That's the ones that's hard to take.
Yeah.
I tease him all the time. I said, yeah, you beat me at Bedford with that Gerald Chamberlain move.
Yeah.
It's funny how you remember them ones
Oh,
where you get passed like that.
Yeah.
You probably won someone last lap. You don't
Well,
remember them as well
I don't
as
remember, but
the
Ernie
ones you
beat
get
me
beat.
from Bedford.
Yeah, it's funny how that works.
Getting back to the replica cars, Brett Rose says that Mike has the 1989 replica.
Yeah, that's
Eighty-nine.
right.
And Doug Schatzer says, I'm assuming it was the Mr. Smith that did the replicas. He said he was a true artist.
He was. He was a
was.
great
He was
guy.
great.
He did a lot of work. They used to sell chances on those cars at Hagerstown every
Yes.
race night, and people would take chances and win them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while we're speaking of artists, I think we also ought to give a shout out to Jeff Lindsay. Those
Yes.
posters was unbelievable
Yeah.
that he made
Does
for
a
all the
great job.
fans to get out to get autographed and
Did
stuff.
he make him for Sunday?
Yeah.
They-
Jeff Lindsay.
Jeff Lindsay drew them.
He
They
drew
were
them, and
beautiful.
then
They
the
are
Auto Racing
beautiful.
Club of Hagerstown
That-
sponsored them because they were on thick, glossy.
Yeah, it's
stuff.
not like they're
It's not
giving you a
flimsy.
placemat.
Oh,
It's
it's
heavy
good.
stuff.
It's
They
So
good.
it makes a real nice
Yeah, you can
collectible.
frame them.
And
I get one of each to frame each year, but I
Wow.
don't have them up yet. But I got whatever. But yeah,
Jeff does a great job.
I did tell someone that I drew that on a bumpy road with a crayon.
Stevie Wonder wouldn't believe
They,
that.
they didn't believe me.
I would think not.
That's fun.
But
Clown guys.
well, let's get on to Greg Satterley's weekend. Now I know some of this was not this week. I mean, it was this weekend, but I mean, like the Appalachian Mountain Speed Week's points fund. That was just because it was the final
build-up.
race of the thing. But how'd you like to have a weekend like this, Shane? Sillins Grove, $6,000. Hagerstown, $5,000. Winchester, $6,091, plus a $2,500 bonus
For winning both nights.
Both
Hagerstown
nights.
and Winchester. Yes.
plus the Appalachian Mountain Speed Weeks had
Point fun.
two races rain out but they decided to go ahead and pay the
I think
full
3 rained out.
the full
Incredible.
race fund. So you get $6,000 in point fund money. So this is without any of the Sagi Tribute,
Bonuses.
leading a lap bonus or whatever. You always get a lot of bonuses.
Heat race money and that's
Yeah.
such.
25,591,
Wow.
and that's without any of the he could have got a couple $100 easily, and maybe lap, depending on what the lap sponsors was or
Wow.
whatever is out there.
That's incredible, Mike.
So if any of you guys are running a little short this week, need to borrow, need
Yeah.
a little loan, I got Greg Satterley's number. I'll give it to you.
We'll call him.
He can help you out.
Yeah.
I'll call him.
He said he wished these tracks would pay more.
Yeah. he did good.
What a weekend.
Path Valley Speedway had the TA Work Construction. Him and Todd Ward and a bunch of sponsors got together, and they established a never heard of payoff for the 270 microsprints of $2,000 to win, $200 to start. They had time trials. Bill Lohman and Aiden Kraus, which we just had on the show last weekend, and Ross Perchuk. I guess that's Perchuk. Perchak. Ross Perchak
For Jack.
won the heat races. The front row was... I done lost my spot here. The front row was Bill Lohman and Aiden Kraus. Bill Lohman picked up the $2,000 win. Ross Perchak was second. Sean McAndrew was third. Corey Myers was fourth. And Mason McAndrew was fifth. Braden Kuhn, I guess I'm saying that right, Kuhn Kuhn,
Yep.
received the Hard Charger Award after racing from 22nd starting position and finished ninth.
Yeah.
After winning the consolation race. Todd Ward and TA Work Construction would like to thank the following sponsors. I have them all wrote down here where I can read them now, Shirley. I didn't have that last week. Till Beard Photography, Happy Shack, Hollers Construction, Coldwater Flowers, Sister Wrenches, Oak Tree Homes, Victory Lane Repairs, Post 606, BDR Racing Supply, Junietta Beverage, JF Racing, Kirshner's Water Pump Service, Tune and Lube of York. All them sponsors made an amazing event for the 270 microsprints, and anybody that don't run supers or something of that nature knows how special it is to have their class recognized for extra money. So I thought that was cool. Congrats to Todd for doing all that. I'm glad it was a beautiful day and they got it all in. Let's see what else I got here. This weekend coming up, you all can probably talk about this gentleman a little bit. Junior Bruin Memorial Race, July 19th at the Winchester Speedway. Will also be Arch Night. All members will receive a discount of $5 when you show your membership card. They will be giving away 3 girls' bikes and 3 boys' bikes. Also between 5 and 7, Kevin Owens, not the WWE wrestler, Kevin Owens with Enchanting Illusions of Magician will be there. He will be doing magic, balloon sculptures, and there will be face painting. There will be a coloring book featuring local drivers' cars for the fans. Also, they'll be giving out 15 miscellaneous gift cards they'll be giving out. The super late models will be racing for $5,555 to win, $2,100 for second, $1,000 for third, and $400 to start. There would be money for fast time, pole award, heat winners, hard charger. The pure stock drivers will be racing for $575 to win, $200 for second, $175 for third, and $100 to start. And the hobby stock drivers will be racing for $475 to win 215 for second, 180 for third, and 100 to start. There will be cash drawings, Hoosier tire, fuel jugs, case of racing oil, and pit passes, and an ARC gift certificates. That's going to be the Junior Boone race this weekend down at Winchester Speedway.
Yeah, Mrs. Diane Boone puts a lot into that race. She works very hard at it. Her
She does.
and her daughter Terry, and
Yep.
be good for everybody to go out and support those ladies.
Yes, there would.
And just get this out of the way real quick, and then we can talk about whatever Dave wants to talk about. But Potomac on Wednesday has Test and Tune. As far as Hagerstown Speedway tomorrow night has Test and Tune. Winchester Speedway, as we said, has the Junior Memorial. Hagerstown having the 78th season special, $12.50 for late model sportsmen, $1,000 for crate late models, $650 for semi-lates, $500 for pure stocks, and I believe they're also going to have the makeup semi-late race from the Sagi Tribute Race. Bedford no racing. They're prepping for the Bedford Fair. Port is first responders night. 410s, 305 sprints, and 358 sprints. Path Valley's having a big event this weekend. The Dr. Krause Night of Power. That place will be packed. ULMS Super Late Models. 5,000 to win. Modifieds for 2,000 to win. Past 305 sprints for 600 to win. Farners Racing Collectibles is sponsoring a $100 hard charger award for both modifieds and 305s. That's always a big event up there. Path Valley has really upped their game with getting the supers, big super races up there. BAPS Wednesday Test and Tune. Man, we're gonna have all kinds of testing and tuning going on. That's good because a lot of people. I talked to a guy the other day, and I didn't realize a lot of the sprint car tracks run on Friday nights. And I didn't even think about how many races that they have lost this year. Like, we've lost a lot, but the Friday night people has lost a lot of races.
Yeah, Williams Grove has lost more than they've ran.
Yeah.
And I think someone said when they did the Lernerville Lucas Oil race, the firecracker, that they said that Lernerville had been rained out 12 out of 13 weeks on Friday nights.
Wow.
Shows. Yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's like the week before at Hagerstown, whenever we got there and we got that little bit of rain and they had to call it. Or maybe it wasn't. No, maybe it was just Saturday. It was just Saturday. That's right. The Sagi Tribute went on, and someone put a picture of another racetrack. I don't remember where it was. And they said, "Yeah, we could have raced."
Yeah, I think it was Lincoln. They had a monsoon.
Oh, you gotta see the infield.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, we thought we seen some lightning off in the distance, got a couple sprinkles, and just they got enough there at the end that the track wasn't safe for the semi-lates to run their feature on. But like you get on the internet and you look at that, and like people, they was making a joke, being funny, but the pits was just full of water. I'm like,
they must have a tremendous amount of rain. Yeah. Yeah, Lincoln rained out Saturday night. There's a tremendous amount of water in there.
and then they got hammered again.
Rick Eckert's sister Candy come down and signed autographs with you guys for us on Saturday, and she told me she ran through a lot of rain on the way down.
Wow.
Man, too bad Shane didn't know that. You'd have been there, wouldn't you, Shane?
What's that? What was that again?
Get a Candy Eckert autograph.
Oh, okay. Is that his daughter?
That's his sister.
Come on, you don't remember
Yeah.
Candy Eckert?
I do not remember.
Ran like street stocks or
Yep.
something back
She
then.
did very well. They used to kid Rick that he was the second best driver in the family.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm talking back in the '80s, probably.
Yeah, she
wasn't it?
drove
I
in
didn't
the
know that.
80s. Yes.
No, his dad drove. Junior, right?
Junior drove also.
Yeah, she drove.
They had a bunch of cars back in the day. Junior had cars for Rick, for Candy, for her sister Kitty, and there was another girl that drove. I mean, they had about half a dozen cars on a given night at Lincoln
Incredible.
and Trailway.
Lincoln 410 Sprints, Wing Super Sportsman is also Kids Night. They have a lot of events there going on for kids.
Doug Schatzer said she was an awesome driver.
She was. She won a lot of races.
Wow.
Williams Grove. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Come on, Shane.
That's the first
She
I knew
quit
that.
driving to be Miss Motorsports. She won the pageant.
No, I didn't know that.
She was Miss Motorsports one year. Yeah, in the late 80s.
Wow.
She said it paid better than winning races.
Yeah.
That's why Dave Wilt and I had to keep driving.
Right, that's right. That's
We weren't
right.
going to win a beauty contest.
That's
were we?
right. That's exactly right.
Good looking family, as Shirley can attest to.
Oh man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
He's not bad on the eyes.
She loves her some Rick Eckert, I'll tell you that.
That's funny.
Oh, she loves her some Rick Eckert. She's like, I had a great birthday. I was like, well, I'm glad you did, honey. I got to talk to Rick Eckert. I was like, oh, okay. But I take it all in good fun.
That's funny.
I think he's an awesome guy, awesome driver too. See here, Williams Grove 410 358 sprints plus the finish of the Dirty Deeds 25 feature. Sillins Grove no racing this weekend. Roaring Knob crate late models, UMP mods, sport mods, Chargers 4-cylinders. Natural Bridge 604 late models, street stocks, pure stocks, rookie, and Natural Bridge vintage. Clinton County 270 sprints, 305 sprints, pro stocks, and 4-cylinders. And this week at Linda's is having a 600 speed week race. So that must be,
Micro sprints, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
yeah, and it's like all week, like basically like the 410s.
About like the sprint
Yeah,
speed week, yes.
going around all the tracks and everything.
Also, you mentioned Roaring Knob. Want to send out best wishes to Rick Jones, the promoter at Roaring Knob. He's got some health issues.
Oh,
I think
really?
He has to have a heart surgery coming up here real soon. And also, John Winsett from up at Path Valley got a little overcome with the heat Saturday night. And
I heard something about that, but I didn't know if it was actually John. Somebody just said that something happened to John, and then that nobody really responded. No wonder it was.
it was awful hot. And I understand Tommy Cordell, John's announcer, he was Johnny on the spot. And Tommy is, a doctor, and he helped revive John. So it was a good thing Tommy was there.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Man, just think about
Tommy was a hero.
think about waking up and seeing Tommy's face. Be like,
Tommy Cordell.
I didn't go to heaven.
Tommy Cordell's the best, isn't he?
He's a doctor?
Yeah.
I didn't
No,
know
he's
that.
not.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Really? He can
Yeah.
do it all.
Yeah.
That man can do it all. Just some notes from the. Huh?
Tommy Cordell
Yeah.
is a doctor,
Yes.
psychiatrist.
No. No, real
He's a
physical
vet.
doctor. He works at like a clinic office in Hagerstown. He's a doctor. Certified doctor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, last I talked to him, he was running an excavating company.
He did that too. That guy can do anything.
That's incredible.
He's like, "Are you a doctor?" No, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express
Yeah.
last week.
When you said he's a doctor, like he is, I thought maybe you thought he was
No, I'm not kidding you.
a psychiatrist.
And it was, he was going to come to Hagerstown Saturday night to our race, and he wanted to be there. He enjoys it, and he had got a substitute announcer to fill in for him at Path Valley. Well, the gentleman who was going to take his place come down ill and couldn't make it. And Tommy found out at lunchtime, and he had to go to Path Valley. He couldn't leave John hang without an announcer.
Sure.
And I said, it sounds like that was a night where you were meant to be.
Yeah.
That's right.
He was where he was needed to help
Yes.
John.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was hero of the night up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, the just some notes from the Jimmy Spence Memorial I have here. I thought it was pretty awesome. I know this is one of the things that that Saggy was Alan was kind of beating himself up about, but I'm glad it got. It was awesome that the Camden Startsman, the great grandson of announcer Frank Sagi, was supposed to do the national anthem at the Hagerstown Speedway, and there was issues with the sound system, and it was pretty awesome that he got to do it at Winchester Speedway the next night at the Jimmy Spence Memorial, along with Chris Armour singing a rendition of God Bless America. So I thought that was really cool that that young child got to play his guitar.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah, the Greg Satterley picked up the win down there. Kyle Hardy was second. Trevor Feathers. James Licklider was a steel block car.
Yeah, ran fourth.
Yeah, ran fourth. And then Tyler Bear ran fifth.
Yeah. Gunnar Walls ran very well also. I think he was seventh with a steel block, and he timed fourth quick.
He timed and also
ran second in the heat race.
Yeah, ran second in the heat race.
And he had a good night.
The East Coast Legend Series, they always show up with.
They put on a heck of a show.
Yes.
They ran really close, ran right together, and had a pass for the win there last lap.
It's something really cool that Greg Gunner does, Winchester Speedway. They run 2 features when those guys come because they come with. I think that's a phone. I don't answer that, so I hope it's not nobody trying to get a hold of us. See it, Shirley?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been getting over 40 of those legend cars on it.
Yeah,
On
they
Saturday
had
night at Winchester,
2 features of
35 on Sunday.
They had Tanner Jones won the one feature, and then Kelby Freeze won the other feature. What I thought was really cool was this is gonna be interesting. You all's gonna love this. I told Shirley and she liked it. They finally found a car that fits Rick Halson.
Jeez. Poor Rick.
Yeah, they finally found a car at his size. So Rick Halson was running a legend car Saturday
Yeah,
night.
he's been running one.
Or Sunday night. Can you believe that? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him. I'm supposed to talk to him this week. I'm going to tell him I'm really proud of him. He finally got something he can fit in. He jokes.
Big guys and small guys.
He
driving
jokes
those
about my
legends.
bald head.
Does he?
Yeah, and then we was joking about legend cars at practice one night, and one of the freezes said, "Well, you could run one of them cars," and I said, "I'd need a 4-door." And they said, "Well, believe me, there's some big people get in
There
them
is.
cars."
They get in there and they're like in their back seat. It looks like when they sit in them, they're sort of almost laying down. But those guys put on a heck of a show.
Yeah.
Down there on Sunday night, I was impressed.
Wow.
Anything, Shirley? She was sleeping, I think.
Yeah, I was. Sheila
She might be
Graham.
thinking about
how
Rick
many?
Eckert.
how many? Yes, has Rick Eckert? How many? Oh, how many? I guess she was meaning years has Rick Eckert been racing? She put how many
wow.
yes?
He started probably around 83, I think he told me one time. So he's over 40 years now.
I didn't know. I thought he was only like 45 years old. How'd he race 40 years?
He started when he was a teenager, but still.
I'm
yeah.
telling you, that man just never ages. Is that it? You done?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to cut off the comments about Rick Eckert from now on. I'm just joking.
Get jealous.
I'm just joking. I like the man. I told you that. That's why I took the picture. I thought it was cool. Well, we did go over. I don't mind if you guys don't mind. Nobody's going to chase us out of here. Is there anything we didn't talk about you want to talk about? Anything you want to, atmosphere, anything that went on? Anybody say anything to you that just sparked a spark in you that you couldn't, that you know, it was special?
Shane, you get something to say. I can see it in your.
I just wanted to say thank you to Alan.
Yes.
You know, certainly was, my dad's 78 years old now. And so,
I didn't know that.
yeah, he's 78.
Happy birthday.
And
Thank
so,
you.
it's
Thank you.
It
possibly,
was kind of neat the race happened right at your birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
It's Shirley's
Rain day worked
78
out
too.
perfect.
My birthday.
Shirley's 78 too. She never ages either. Look at her.
You look really, really good for 78.
That's right.
so
I'm 38.
That's more like it.
I just wanted to say
Mike,
thank you to Alan.
I'm
and
sorry.
yeah, for your effort, and certainly meant a lot to our family.
Yes,
And,
it has.
so
Wonderful.
it was a great weekend and really neat to see the cars out on the speedway. It was beautiful.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time. I appreciate the whole Wilt family's participation and the little get-together you had out there under the tent beforehand. It,
Thank you.
Mike,
it was really neat.
Mike
you.
really did a great job of organizing the
Yes, he
wraps.
did.
And,
Yeah. My
those
gosh.
cars look great.
I told Dad that today. They looked amazing out on the speedway.
Yeah.
They really
Yeah.
did.
That adds a lot to the night.
Yeah.
It really
Having cars like
was
that
awesome.
there.
So it was a beautiful night. Thank
Mike,
you,
I'd
Alan.
like to say that I hope and pray that I can be a fan next year at the Frank Sagi race. I hope and pray I can, I'm so thankful to be able to be and have Cody Kirshner drive our race car, Shane drive the other car, and you, the crew chief, and the boss. So I appreciate that. So thanks to Alan. He has put wonderful, and I just hope and pray I'm
Beautiful.
healthy enough and living to see to go as a fan next year.
You want to let us know tonight who the drivers are going to be? I mean, we could make the announcement.
I have no idea.
I gotcha.
He probably does one of them wheels you put names on and spins.
Yeah.
No, what was funny about it? Wasn't funny at
Maybe
the
Mike Kirshner. Wouldn't that be something?
Oh,
That'd be
yeah,
amazing.
right.
That'd be amazing.
You'd have a lot of people that would be angry. Just one of the things that, like, Alan, you know, and Shane knows what I went through. Dave didn't know. I told Dave. It was unbelievable. Just a little information here. There was a mix-up or something with the wrap deal and everything. We didn't get things going right or something. Shane contacted me 3 weeks ahead of the race, and I had one body built, one body bought, 2 wraps designed and installed. And whenever the race got canceled, the first time I was wiping the cars down in the garage,
Yeah, you were scrambling,
getting ready
weren't
to get them loaded.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do that on my own. I got to thank Daryl Schimmel, the Tin Man. He did the body on the street stock for me on short notice. Devin Bishop at Booze Brothers, he got me body panels on short notice. Walter Nichols of Walrus Signs, he did 2 wraps. We altered them wraps and added every photo. He said, send me every photo you got.
Yeah.
And I think Shane sent him, I just sent him the Dave Wilt photos. Then Shane must have sent him the Shane Wilt and Cody Kirshner photos.
Yeah.
And because when the wrap came, it had all of them on there. And that was something that Walter come up with. So I want to thank him. I don't want to, Gary, he was in the shop with me night and day helping me. Cody, he laid both wraps down. Busy as he is, Dylan was there to help with whatever, Dylan Pryor. I mean, it's just a lot involved. And then they canceled the race. So then we put one car in the trailer and the other car was sitting in the garage. And I figured out that we have a race to go to. So the body comes back off the late model.
Yeah.
And I had to switch everything because I didn't have spare plastic on the bottom. So I had to switch everything. So we swapped everything.
That's a lot of work.
We put the racing body on. Load the car up, went to Hagerstown Speedway.
Got rained
A
out.
storm come in, got rained out.
Rained down.
Then we go home, and I waited till Thursday, I think, of that week
To make sure it wasn't going to rain again.
to put the body. I stripped the car, and it's set with no body on it till like Thursday. And I thought, I ain't putting this thing on until it don't look like no rain.
Yeah.
So I put it back on. But that's just, I mean, and I thought to myself, that's what some of these teams put up with.
Oh, yeah.
There's teams like out on the road teams that change bodies all the time. I mean, it's a lot of work. You don't think about it, but it's a lot of work.
A lot of work
And,
to make races happen.
But I was proud to do it for Dave, and
Thank you.
Alan, I want to thank you also. It was
Thank you.
I was glad I got
welcome. You deserve
I got the chance to be. I was glad I got the chance to do a little part in one of your honorees deals because, if you'd have picked anybody else, I wouldn't have been able to say I was involved with that little bit of part. So I appreciate that also. I know it ain't much, but it just
No,
It
it
was-
takes everybody.
it was pretty cool just
A
to
lot of people have a hand in that night.
Yeah. So I was just thankful for that. I want to thank Dave and Shane also. They don't never complain, never ask no questions. I told Shane what I needed, and he's like, "You get what you need."
There you go.
So I mean, we had the bodies and the rivets and everything. I got everything I needed, and it's like it's awesome to have, because like I said, you get one opportunity
Yeah.
to do this.
Yep.
And
Thank
one
you very much.
opportunity to honor whoever you're honoring. I mean, You know, like I say, every year there's 3 families that
Yeah.
want to make it the best experience for their loved one that's being honored. But I wanted to thank you guys for that. Alan, don't beat yourself up. I know I can stand here all day long and tell you you're not going to listen to me, but you do an amazing job.
Yeah.
I hate it that the fans weren't able to hear the sound system, hear the announcer. Buddy Long has good things to say. He does a really good job.
Yes, he does.
Great announcer.
He does.
A lot of talent. And I hate it that the speakers weren't working. Had just a little technical flaw there. They've been working perfect all season.
They've been playing music on them before the
Yes.
races and everything. I mean,
And we could hear in the pits. The pits were fine.
Oh, they couldn't hear in the stands.
No, they couldn't hear in the stands.
Okay, that's why when he kept saying check, check,
Yeah.
check.
They were working on it all week,
Yeah,
trying to get
yeah.
it
We
going.
thought that they didn't even know
I
this.
think it had to do with the heat. Honestly,
It
I
could
think-
have.
and the amplifier
It was hot.
overheated. It was pretty hot. Yeah.
But I mean, I just think that you do an awesome job.
Yes, you do.
And I know how much you put on yourself to do it good. And I know that usually after these events, there's usually a whole month of you beating yourself up. So
I just like to see things go.
I know,
perfect.
but I just
It's
want to
hard
tell you
make it
that
perfect.
mostly all of us racers and fans that go there think you do a tremendous job.
Yes, amen.
And there's a lot of stuff that you can't control,
Yeah.
which that happens every week at a racetrack. It just goes unnoticed because it's not the Sagi Tribute Race.
No, I hate it that the semi-late division and the pure stock division didn't get to run their feature. Mother Nature sort of rained on the parade there at the end of the night, but those guys will get to run their makeup feature. We'll have some bonuses for them after they get their races completed. And I hope they can all go back, when the races have been rescheduled.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the evening.
Same here.
Yeah,
The day was a little rough, but
it was warm. Yeah,
but no, it years ago, Alan, maybe you had this issue. Years ago when you raced, I didn't like going to the track watching the races. I wanted to race.
wanted to race.
And I legitimately, I know I'm not racing now, but what I'm saying is I enjoyed not having a car on the track because you could just take everything in
Just enjoy yourself.
and just enjoy the moments and everything.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was really. I always enjoy that race. And
Something pretty neat that happened Saturday night that sort of flew under the radar that not too many people knew about, especially because he wasn't able to be interviewed with the sound not working. We have $1,000, what we call lucky draw recipient in the late model division. The feature winner draws a number from 2 through 24. In this case, it was 26 because the track did start 26 cars because we had over 35. So the winner, he's already happy. He doesn't need more money. He's good. So the fellow that was the recipient was the 16th place finisher, Larry Niederer. And the neat thing about it is Larry had told me before the night started that was going to be his last time driving a race
Really?
car.
Wow.
Yeah.
now
That
he
was
has a
his-
grandson at races, don't he?
His
Or
son.
Son.
His son Tristan is going to take over the car, and Tristan's going to drive it going forward. Tristan has
awesome.
a lot of potential, and he just felt like with him sharing the driving that Tristan wasn't getting enough seat time, and he wants him to be all he can be.
But that's an awesome way to
So
go
it was
out.
kind of a
though.
neat way to go
You think
out for
about
him.
that.
That's cool.
And Larry's real good friends with Rick Eckert. I said, hey, go down and tell Scrub you made more money tonight than he did. He liked that.
Well, Cal Lee did the same. They had that pretty cool for the Spence race to honor the guys that came the first time when it got rained out.
Yeah,
They had a
dash.
little over $1,000, wasn't it?
1,000 to win dash.
Yeah, and they drawed like
For
5,
second
6
position.
cars,
Yep.
and Cal Lee actually won that. So he got $1,000 check, and it's like
That made for a good payday.
the only reason they got the run for that was because they took the time to go to the track and try to make the race happen. And when it rained out, they went home with nothing, and they got rewarded.
JT rewarded all
Rewarded
the
them. So I
fellas.
thought that was pretty cool.
And all of them that were in that dash got paid. He
Yeah.
paid them all something.
Yeah. So, anything else, fellas?
Thank you for the invite.
Dave said his stomach's growling. He's got to get to the get something to eat. But
I promised you I'd buy your dinner, so I'm still going to do it.
I don't think there's no place open around here that has crab legs.
Oh my!
He wants crab.
He's an expensive date.
I know.
Yeah,
But anyway, guys, I
You
want
want to join us?
we can do that. Yeah,
I
I'd
wanted
like
to
eat.
thank you guys for. Hey, Dave, calm
Thanks for
down a
having
minute.
us.
You might have been honored on Saturday, but no, I'm just joking. Look at him. Look at me. He's waiting for me what to say. He don't never know what I'm going to say to him.
I'd be a little careful until he pays for that dinner check.
That's right.
Better treat
I love
him
you,
nice.
Dave. Give me a hug, buddy. No, thank you, Shane.
Yes, sir.
I know you haven't been. I didn't know you had till just a few minutes ago, but you wasn't feeling real well, so I really appreciate you
Thank
coming.
you. Thank you for the invite.
Alan, thanks for taking the time to come in. I know you was a little busy before the Frank Sagi tribute,
Yeah,
so
I'm still a little busy, but
we
we'll
made
get
a
through
we
it.
made a deal up that he would come in and we could talk about the atmosphere and everything going on, and
It was fun being a thorn between two wilts.
yeah. Usually that's Mama Will's job. Usually.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Thank you,
That
though,
would be
Dave.
a rose between two thorns when that happens.
Thank you, Dave, and I'm glad you got to be honored.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
it's
Thank-
amazing accomplishment.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I was proud to be a small part of it.
You were.
Me and my wife. And,
You were. You and your wife both. And thank Alan. Thank my son for putting that meal together. Oh my gosh.
That was neat.
Yeah, and my daughter too. She helped out a little bit. So I got two wonderful children.
Don't get too happy. You ain't got the bill yet for it.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway, everybody. Hopefully, everybody had a good time tonight. A little bit of joking going on, some storytelling, and a lot of good things happened there last weekend at a lot of the local tracks here.
Yep.
With three or four good races there, and we're having a couple big ones here this weekend.
Yep.
So hopefully the weather will cooperate. And thanks here to WRGG 93.7 FM and Todd Ward for their continued support of the show.
Amen.
Hope to see you all later.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Oh man, I'm still.